Fertilization.
Oysters can change sex, possibly multiple times. They usually start out as males for a few years, releasing sperm. Then they turn into a female oyster when they have more energy to develop eggs. Fertilization is external. Males and females release gametes into the water, which is triggered by temperature change known as broadcast spawning. Synchronized pheromone stimulates them to fertilize together. In 16 degrees Celsius water, they spawn a rise in temperature. In the spring breeding and a drop in temperature in autumn, the breeding stops. Over 100 million gametes are produced from May through August. Offspring usually settle near areas where other oysters are growing. Trochophores are minute free-swimming larvae that use cilia to move and feed as they live on planktonic surface waters. They are free-swimming for dispersal and they do not compete for food with adults. This stage lasts 5 to 10 hours.
The fourth stage is the veliger stage. The veliger stage takes place in planktonic surface waters for around a week. Veliger larva has a velum that possesses cilia for movement and feeding and also a shell. Advantages for this stage is that it is free swimming for dispersal and there is no competing with adults for food. The larva is now called a veliger larva. Pediveliger is the fourth stage of the oyster.
At this stage, the foot of the oyster is developed and used to sense the oyster's surrounding and to attach to objects. The growth and development of the foot is relatively quick, only taking about a week or two. The foot is another advantage against other oysters because the competition for food will be easier. New advantages with the growth of the foot is sinking to the seabed and swimming over top of it while dragging their new foot to the substratum. Substratum, by definition, is the surface or material on or from which an organism lives, grows, or obtains its nourishment. Once a location is found, the gland of the foot secretes many different substances, allowing the foot to stick to the substrate. At the pediveliger stage, the attraction to other oysters begin. This is due to their new sensitive foot being able to sense chemicals from other oysters. Spat is the fifth level of the oyster's life cycle. At this level, they have moved from floating in plankton waters to now being attached to substrates, where they will live out the rest of their lives. The oysters usually situate themselves so that they are near other oysters, typically a cluster of them. This is a stage of being a teenager, so they're not quite adults yet. It will take them 2 to 3 years before they reach full maturity and become sexually active, where fertilization begins and the cycle starts over.